Any media person that I see in person for the rest of my life who try to tell me LeBron James is good as Michael Jordan, I'm just going to slap the hell out of him right on the spot. Right on the damn spot. No question asked. The next person who walks up to me and say, LeBron James, who is amazing, as good as Michael Jordan, or compete.
Fans are told it is about health, about caution, about managing the body. But after years of watching this pattern repeat, people are no longer buying it the same way. The Lakers went into that game without LeBron, and what stood out immediately was not just the final score, it was the body language of the team. The players looked lighter, they moved faster, there was more energy on the floor. Even in a loss, the team looked freer. That is something fans have noticed again and again whenever LeBron sits out an entire game with no chance of returning. When LeBron is active but sitting on the bench, the team plays tight. Everyone looks over their shoulder. Players hesitate, they wait. When he is fully out, the game opens up. Players attack, they take shots without fear. That difference matters, and it raises serious questions about leadership and presence. The excuse this time was sciatica and joint issues. Left side, right side, back issues, knee soreness, the list keeps growing. Yet when LeBron plays, there is rarely any clear sign of pain. He runs fine, he jumps fine, he flexes after dunks, he argues calls, he celebrates stats. Then suddenly, when a tough matchup appears or a back-to-back game shows up, the injury report changes. Fans are not saying players should never rest. Everyone understands age. Everyone understands wear and tear. What people question is timing. The timing always seems convenient. It always appears when competition rises or when there is risk to image. Victor Wembanyama played. He was dealing with knee soreness, bone bruises, and a heavy load. Still, he showed up. He gave the fans what they came to see. That is what competition is about. That is what fans respect. Basketball has always been about who shows up when it matters. It is about who wants the smoke and who avoids it. The league was built on players who welcomed the challenge, not ran from it. Michael Jordan played 82 games at age 40. That fact alone says more than any debate ever could. He was injured, he was sore, he was slower, but he played. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to compete, because he respected the fans, because he respected the game. Jordan did not load manage his way through seasons. He did not sit out matchups because they were hard. He wanted the best player on the other side. He wanted to prove something every night, even when his body did not want to cooperate. LeBron James does not move like that. His approach is careful, controlled, managed. Every decision feels calculated. That might help longevity, but it hurts legacy in the eyes of many fans. The excuse of sciatica deserves attention. Anyone who has dealt with real sciatica knows how painful it is. It affects movement, it affects posture, it affects balance. You do not look normal while playing through it. You cannot hide it. Yet LeBron often looks perfectly fine on the court when he plays. That is why people question it, not out of hate, but out of observation. Injuries should be visible, pain should show. With LeBron, it rarely does. This pattern has happened before. The broken hand story after a playoff loss, the ankle issues that appear after bad games, the vague injuries that arrive after losses or during difficult stretches. Fans remember these moments. Meanwhile, when stat padding is going well, when numbers are climbing, suddenly the injuries seem manageable. He plays, he smiles, he celebrates milestones. Then, when the risk increases, he disappears. This is not how competitors are remembered. Competitors want the hardest road. They want to face the best. They do not avoid moments that could define them. The Spurs aren't even a championship threat yet. They're a young team led by a rookie star. That makes the absence even louder. If LeBron cannot play against a rebuilding team with a young big man, what does that say about his hunger? Wembanyama did not duck the game. He played through pain. He showed heart. He showed pride. That is what fans connect with. Basketball culture respects toughness. It respects availability. It respects players who play even when it hurts. That culture is fading, but fans still remember it. The Lakers, without LeBron, showed something important. They showed they can play faster. They showed ball movement. They showed energy. That should worry people who believe LeBron is still lifting teams rather than weighing them down. Leadership is not just about stats. It's about how others feel around you. If teammates look freer when you're gone, that's a problem. LeBron's supporters will say this is hate. They will say this ignores age. They will say this ignores accomplishments. But criticism is not hate. It is analysis. Great players are held to high standards. That is the price of greatness. You don't get credit without accountability. LeBron has spent much of his career controlling the story around him, through media, through business partners, through influence. But the game itself always tells the truth. The court does not lie. When LeBron is missing big moments, when he avoids big matchups, when injuries appear only when convenient, fans notice. That is why respect is slowly slipping, not because of stats, not because of longevity, but because of perception. Legacy is not built by how long you play, it is built by how you play when it is hardest to do so. Michael Jordan's career was not perfect. He lost, he failed, he got beat, but he never hid, he never avoided, he never ducked. That is why people still wear his shoes. That is why his name still carries weight. That is why he is still the standard. LeBron wanted to chase that standard. He wanted to be seen as equal or greater, but you cannot reach that level while choosing comfort over competition.
Every time LeBron misses a game like this, the gap widens. Every excuse adds another layer to the doubt. Fans are not asking for miracles, they're asking for honesty. They're asking for effort. They're asking for presence. The Spurs game was a missed chance, a chance to show leadership, a chance to face a rising star, a chance to quiet critics. Instead, it became another talking point, another example, another moment that fits the pattern. As LeBron's career winds down, these moments will matter more. People will remember what he avoided just as much as what he achieved. When he retires, there will be praise, there will be ceremonies, there will be speeches, but there will also be honest conversations. Some fans will celebrate his exit, not out of hate, but out of exhaustion. Exhaustion from excuses, from narratives, from control. LeBron, Rich Paul, and those around him have worked hard to shape his image, but they cannot control how people feel when they watch the games. And when people watch, they see a player who often chooses safety over challenge. Basketball fans value courage, they value risk, they value players who put it all on the line. That is why moments like this matter. They reveal character, they reveal priorities. LeBron missing the Spurs game is not just about one night, it is about a career pattern that fans can no longer ignore. If this truly was about injury, the signs would show. If it was about pain, we would see it. But what fans see instead is convenience. That is why the conversation continues. That is why the respect debate grows louder. At the end of the day, history is written by moments, not explanations, and this was another moment that will not age well. LeBron James had a chance to stand tall. Instead, he sat out, and in doing so, he gave critics exactly what they expected. The smoke was there, and once again, he did not want it. The reaction after the game only made things louder. Fans were not shocked that the Lakers lost. Losses happen. What stood out was how calm and loose the team looked without LeBron directing every possession. The ball moved side to side, players attacked without hesitation, young guys played with confidence instead of fear. That difference is impossible to ignore if you truly watch basketball instead of box scores. This has been a theme for years now. When LeBron dominates the ball, the offense slows down. Everything becomes about reading him, waiting for him, adjusting to him. Players turn into spot-up shooters. Their natural instincts disappear. When he's gone, the game feels simpler. Read, react, move, shoot. Basketball looks like basketball again. That is not what you want from a supposed leader. A leader should lift others, not restrict them. A leader should make teammates better even when he's on the floor. Yet too often, LeBron's presence feels heavy instead of inspiring. People will point to his assist numbers and say he makes others better, but assists do not tell the full story. You can pass the ball and still control the game in a way that limits freedom. True leadership allows teammates to grow, fail, adjust, and thrive. Look at past greats. Jordan demanded a lot, but he also trusted his teammates in big moments. Kobe trusted his teammates even when he took tough shots. Magic empowered everyone around him. Tim Duncan led quietly and allowed others to shine. Those teams felt connected. With LeBron teams, everything feels temporary. Short windows, constant changes, roster turnover, coaches replaced, systems rebuilt. It's hard to build chemistry when the environment always bends around one person. The Spurs, on the other hand, represent the opposite. They play team basketball. They play with joy. They play with effort. Even in losses, they show identity. That is why fans appreciate them, even when they're not contenders. Victor Wembanyama represents a new generation with an old-school mindset. He wants to play. He wants the challenge. He wants the matchup. Even when hurt, he competes. That is what fans want to see. LeBron had the chance to be that example. Instead, he chose rest, chose caution, chose avoidance. And that choice speaks louder than any press release. The injury explanation keeps changing, and that's another issue. When stories shift, trust erodes. One game, it's the back. Another game, it's the knee. Then the ankle. Then fatigue. Fans are not doctors, but they're not blind either. When someone is truly injured, the story is consistent. The pain shows, the movement changes. With LeBron, the explanation adjusts based on circumstance. This creates frustration because fans feel manipulated. They feel talked down to. They feel like they're being asked to accept stories that don't match what they see. Basketball fans respect honesty. If LeBron simply said, "I'm tired and choosing rest," many would understand. But wrapping it in vague injuries makes it feel dishonest. That dishonesty is what damages respect more than anything else. Not missing games, but pretending there's no choice involved. LeBron's legacy will always include incredible numbers, longevity, records, all-time lists. Those things cannot be taken away. But legacy is also about feeling, about memory, about emotion. When fans think back, will they remember courage or caution? Will they remember fire or excuses? Will they remember battles or absences? Right now, too many moments point in the wrong direction. As LeBron gets closer to the end, these choices matter more. Every missed game becomes louder. Every avoided matchup becomes part of the story. The league has changed, yes. Players rest more, stars are protected, but greatness still requires something extra, something uncomfortable, something risky.
LeBron has often chosen comfort, chosen control, chosen image protection. That may extend his career, but it does not strengthen his legend. The Spurs game was another reminder that the torch is passing, whether LeBron likes it or not. Young players are not afraid, they are hungry, they show up, they compete. Fans are drawn to that hunger. They are tired of caution disguised as strategy. The Lakers looked like a team trying to find itself again. That should concern everyone involved, because if a team looks better without its star, that star may no longer be the answer. LeBron's fans will defend him loudly. They always do. But noise does not change reality. Reality shows up on the court. And reality is this. When the smoke appears, LeBron James too often finds a reason not to be there. That truth is uncomfortable, but it is becoming harder to deny. Another part of this situation that deserves attention is how often these moments repeat. This is not a one-time issue. This pattern has followed LeBron across teams, seasons, and matchups. Whenever a rising star is waiting on the other side, whenever the spotlight shifts toward a direct comparison, the timing of absences raises eyebrows. Fans remember these things, even if the media tries to move on quickly. Basketball is built on moments, rivalries, passing of the torch games. These are the nights legends are made. Jordan had them, Kobe had them. Even players like Allen Iverson and Kevin Garnett had them. They showed up, win or lose, because the battle itself mattered. Those games became part of who they were. LeBron has had big moments too, but he has also avoided many. And avoidance carries weight. You cannot erase it with numbers or awards. Fans feel it, and former players notice it even more. What makes this worse is how carefully everything around LeBron is managed. Statements are released quickly, reports are framed politely, commentary is softened. Instead of honesty, everything feels scripted. That distance between reality and messaging makes fans skeptical. Meanwhile, younger players are building their reputations the opposite way. They are playing through discomfort. They are asking for challenges. They are embracing pressure. That contrast makes LeBron's choices stand out even more. The Spurs did not care who was missing. They showed up with energy, they played hard, they competed. That attitude is why fans respect them. It is why people enjoy watching them grow. Lakers fans, on the other hand, are stuck in confusion. They are told LeBron is the leader, the engine, the answer. Yet when he sits, the team sometimes looks freer. That contradiction creates frustration. Leadership is not about control. It is about trust. It is about creating an environment where others feel confident even when things go wrong. Too often, LeBron-led teams feel tight, tense, and careful. That is why body language matters. It tells the truth when words don't. And the body language against the Spurs told a clear story. As the season continues, these moments will keep stacking up. Each absence adds to the narrative. Each explanation is weighed against past ones, and the margin for benefit of the doubt keeps shrinking. At some point, even loyal fans will have to ask hard questions, not about talent, but about intent, not about skill, but about desire. Greatness demands risk. It demands discomfort. It demands facing smoke, not avoiding it.
LeBron's career will be remembered for many things: records, longevity, influence. But it will also be remembered for the moments he chose not to be there. That choice defines more than any stat ever could. The Spurs game was not just a loss on the schedule, it was another chapter in a story that has been building for years. And whether people like it or not, that story is becoming clearer with each season. Basketball does not forget. Fans do not forget. History does not forget. And when the final chapter is written, these moments will be right there, impossible to ignore.